How y'all doing? Y'all got me banned on Facebook. I've been banned over 159 times. That statement about Mark Zuckerberg stifling black people's, the black community, black activism, is true. Not just Mark Zuckerberg. It's the government. It's designed by the government. All right. Y'all ain't gonna see this because, like I said, I'm banned, but I'm still gonna download my live feeds. You got to use the cell phones to do this. You know what I'm saying? The same way that they did at Arab Springs, the same way that they use cell phones over in foreign countries. We got to use cell phones for our uprising. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. Y'all pay attention to the dumbass shit on this phone. You need to start paying attention to the real shit. You feel me? Now, I'm going to tell you my shorty story, and I'm going to break down your Democratic Party and your Republican Party, and I'm going to show you the cash cow. I came in straight out of the penitentiary in 1991, out of the Illinois Department of Corrections. I had an interstate compact. That means that Maryland and Illinois was getting paid off of me. We traded the penitentiary for the plantation cotton for cocaine, and we steal the cash crop. Black America. Your senators, your congressmen, your elected officials ain't doing nothing but selling you out. I did this as a documentary and as a video documentary or a video diary. And I've been doing this since 2006. I use social media for social change. And I got all rights to this shit. See that? That means I'm a black businessman. I'm a black business owner. You feel me? And like Dred Scott, white America don't respect black people's rights. I'm a businessman. I own my property. I'm a sole proprietorship. I was kidnapped by the state of Maryland because I was going to California to make this movie called A Letters of Zion and Baltimore Rewired. I had 13 movies. If you go to Gayle King right now and get everything I gave Gayle King, it explained Gov.O'Malley's mind machine. I'm a whistleblower on the courts in the prison industry. Feel me? I'm a whistleblower. I'm a whistleblower on the drug culture in the prison industry because in 2006, y'all made that Stop Snitching video. And that shit pissed me off. I had some friends that y'all got locked up behind that Stop Snitching video. Y'all fucked up a lot of people's lives behind that Stop Snitching video. It's the criminalization of poverty. Because y'all put the war on drugs in our community. You feel me? I had a shorty program. All right? The political part of the program. See that? Medical, healthcare. I had a viable program, and I've been working my program. I was financing my program by myself. I didn't need the government to fund me. I had my own funding mechanism. I was offering careers, not jobs. You feel me? Careers, not jobs. And this is a shorty program. Governor O'Malley approved this program in 2006. This program was against the guns, the gangs, the violence, and the killing in the community. You feel me? The killings in the community. See that? Business development, crime and policing issues, job development. See the date? Y'all locked me up because you want to keep this fear and this violence going on because it feeds your prison industry. And it keeps that black and black separation. It makes black people scared of black people. And it reinforces that white supremacy and that white privilege. Because white people ain't going to jail behind the war on drugs. You're giving them treatment. Governor O'Malley, 2006. Baltimore, the city that reads. I hope you can read that. It's the Get Shorty program. And he got Shorty. I'm the program. See that? That's my lawyers in Illinois. That's the case number, 07CF490. You kidnapped me and Illinois to keep me from filing a $2.5 billion class action lawsuit because I'm going after your money. I told y'all when I came here in 1997, when Richard Sher did the first story on me on Hard Look, if I go to jail, who's going to take care of my kids? Who's going to be a father to my child if I'm locked up? I told y'all this. I also broke you down and gave you this information a long time ago. Ex-felons got a right to vote. Ex-felons got a right to run for office. GOP Carter should not get Congressman Cummings' seat because GOP Carter participated in this. All these old black officials that have been sitting in office and running in office, dog, they just regurgitated. They regurgitated. Regurgitated. That's a big word, but you know what it means. So I put my hat in the ring. I ran for office. State of Maryland. I ran for office. You feel me? I ran for office as a black Republican to make you talk about racism in black America. I'm a black radical Republican. I'm a Frederick Douglass Republican. I'm a Harriet Tubman Republican. Because when blacks were free from slavery in the 1800s, they was all black. That's why y'all wrote them laws into place to get blacks out of sitting in office, because we outnumbered you. So you had to figure out these little ways and to keep us incarcerated. So you came up with the Jim Crow laws. Don't look at white people in their face. Don't speak louder than white people. You feel me? And that got you reincarcerated under the 13th Amendment. Jim Crow. Now you got Jim Crow and it's still going on. I was in the Navy in 1977. See that? I was discharged in 79, September. Do you remember the 24th day of September? Yeah, the Earth, Wind, and Fire, all that shit. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. I served my country. I took an oath of office to defend my country against all terrorists, foreign and domestic. I took an oath of office. I took an oath for this country. And my country ain't serving me like I served y'all. I'm a whistleblower. And that's my Department of Justice case number. See? I'm a whistleblower on the Brown-Ullman machine. I'm a whistleblower on Governor O'Malley's mom machine, because I've been doing this documentary and investigation about your prison industry since 2007. So when I say Quasi and Fume, when I say Ben Jealous, you see that? I'm into my paperwork. I was administrative assistant to the engineering officer on the USS Mississippi. That's what I did. I did paperwork. I'm good at paperwork. I dropped out of 6th grade, but I didn't stop learning. That's David Irwin, 2007. Because I told y'all I was making a documentary about the war on drugs. That case, 86 CF 293. I turned in guns and drugs to the police at the police station. I wanted to quit selling drugs. I quit. Just like Superfly, in the movie Superfly, I did it, but I did it in such a shorty way. I took a 12-gauge shotgun, a 357 Magnum, a 38, a 25, and a Derringer, and I shot up the town for 45 minutes. Boom. Shot that bitch up. I walked from my house to where they got Jesus' name, and that's where they stopped me at Jesus' name. I called the police, 911, and told them I was coming. Because they was coming in my house and putting guns to my head, and they threatened my daughter. So I was like, fuck it. That was my Malcolm X moment. Fuck it. I went to court. I won my trial. No, I was convicted, but I won my trial on appeal because I have a right to defend myself. All right? Under the Constitution, you have a right of self-representation. And I represented myself very well because I won my case on appeal. All right? That's what this says. I won my case on appeal. So I was innocent of all those charges. So I wrote Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court. Under Article 3 of the Constitution, Article 3, I can approach the Supreme Court as a citizen, and it's a writ of certiorari. So I was going to approach the Supreme Court on the writ of certiorari about the war on drugs, about racism behind the war on drugs. And I was using Governor O'Malley's administration to do it. I was using Jill P. Carter to do it. I was using Congressman Cummings to do it, because I was showing the black faces that were cooperating with racism. Like Martin Luther King wrote y'all letters from a Birmingham jail. The haves and the have-nots. Yeah, well, I'm a have and I'm a have-not, because I was having money and giving it back to the community. That's what I was doing with Shorty's Underground, because I established Shorty's Underground like Harriet Tubman had her underground. See that? Congressman Cummings, let us not forget the 13th Amendment. See that? Congressman Cummings' office. See that? I work for y'all. I feed y'all. See that? Trump got this. So y'all going after to impeach Donald Trump. I hope you do impeach Donald Trump. But in the same breath, I'm going to send Donald Trump after to destroy the Democratic Party. I'm a whistleblower. You locked up a whistleblower. Congressman Cummings signed this. You feel me? Meeting Tuesday, August 13th, 100 Park Avenue. Received. All right. I have everything on film. 50 DVDs. Yeah. Congressman Cummings got my whistleblower's application, and he got my evidence exposing the corruption. Congressman Cummings was supposed to let me speak in front of the House Judiciary Committee about the war on drugs. Donald Trump got this. Congressman Cummings signed this. You feel me? He signed this. And we had that meeting. He seen it's about the ACLU. He seen this with the Maryland Black Caucus. See that? 2009, 7 a.m. See who got it? See, y'all use the court to incarcerate us. I use the court to free us. I ain't never paid for a lawyer in my life. Never. And I ain't going to pay for one now. Because under Wainwright, Gideon Wainwright, he went to the Supreme Court. Same shit. Because he got accused of something he didn't do. I never committed terrorism. I never broke in my store. And I never committed the murder of Scott Greenberg. That's 3 charges that Shellenberger charged me with. That's abusing the powers of his office because I'm a black Republican and he a Democrat. And I'm going after the prison industry and Governor O'Malley's machine. That's retaliatory prosecution. And Johnny Oleski and Chief Johnson know that. I called Chief Johnson on the phone, and Chief Johnson know when to talk to me. They say they ain't going to prosecute Scott Shellenberger. But you got Johnny Oleski talking about diversity in Baltimore County. Ain't no diversity when the motherfucking court is racist. Your diversity needs to extend to your courthouse and your communities. Ain't no diversity if your courts is racist and your police department is racist. You can put all the black faces in the game as you want. But if your policies and your laws and the execution of your laws are racist and racially oppressive, then you breaking the law. See that? That's States Attorney Mosby. Read it. That's States Attorney Mosby. Racism don't work without black cooperation, and she cooperates with them. My paperwork is in Chief Justice Roberts' office. I ain't just talking shit. I can back it up. Chief Justice Roberts has a file on me like that. The Department of Justice got a file. The FBI got a file. Dog, if y'all take me to court, y'all got to admit what you did to me. Because I was insured. I'm a businessman. I had business insurance. And I was insured for $1 million. And you owe me $1 million. Bam. On May the 5th, 2008, President Obama asked for an investigation. Congressman Cummings got that information on June 13th, 2008. Congressman Cummings got this. So Congressman Cummings been knowing about this since 2007, because I asked Congressman Cummings to get involved when I started this. Congressman Cummings, Congressman Mikulski, Dutch Ruppersberg, Hoyer, the Democratic Legislative Caucus, the Black Legislative Caucus, city, county, state, federal levels, in Illinois and Maryland. I exhausted my remedies under the law. So like Dred Scott, I'm going to approach the Supreme Court, and I'm going to use you to do it. Bam. I'm going to talk about Kathleen Pugh. I'm going to talk about Brian Frost. And we're going to talk about the NAACP, because back in 2014, when I was running for office for lieutenant governor, they had a candidacy forum at the NAACP. Brian Frost was there. John Carden was there. Marilyn Mosby was there. Nick Mosby was there. And I gave Marilyn Mosby an email exposing this, because we supported Marilyn Mosby to beat Greg Bernstein. But Marilyn Mosby ain't doing nothing no different than Greg Bernstein. She protecting the police. Those 800 cases that they got to get, I told them to file a class action lawsuit in 2007 about y'all. Those 800 cases is part of I'm going to get them people's names, and we're going to file a class action lawsuit against the state of Maryland and Illinois, Governor Hogan, Scott Shellenberger, Greg Bernstein, about the war on drugs and racism behind the war on drugs. And we're going to use the consent decree to do it. Get my paperwork. See Jane Miller? Get my paperwork. Governor Hogan, Al Redmer, I was insured. Governor Hogan ain't no different than George Wallace. He just got blacks behind him, patting him on his back. But Shellenberger, your weakest link. Same thing make you laugh, gonna make you cry. Because all this is legal. Mosby got this. 2016. Johnny Oleski got it 2019. Do black people have rights in America? Because I asked for Martin Luther King's job. This is my formal application. I gave you Malcolm X in 1986. I gave you Martin Luther King in 2007. 2020, I'm going to give you some Thurgood Marshall. Read that. That's the Department of Justice. You reading that? That's the Department of Justice. That's Johnny Oleski asking the Department of Justice to investigate my case. You investigate my case, you got to go Illinois, Maryland. So that makes it a federal investigation. So whoever wins Congressman Cummings' seat has to take my investigation, because I'm a whistleblower. And we're going to send this to President Trump right now. Not later, right now. 2020 elections, we're going to cut down the field in the Democratic Party, because I'm a black radical Republican. Donald Trump ain't going to like me. Because I still wear my hood to work. Because I work in the hood. I'll be on Erdman and Bel Air tonight. You want to holler at me? I'm going to put all this information out on Erdman and Bel Air. I'm going to show you the best in Baltimore. Shorty. I'm going to show you how I get your meat on fire. Shorty. You feel me? Then I'm going to show you about them toilets. You feel me? Come to Erdman and Bel Air. We won't do this on Facebook, social media. I do it face to face. Out for justice.